Michigan's first year under Sherrone Moore was a roller coaster, right? You come off that 2023 national title. The Wolverines, I'm not going to say limped to a 9-5 record in 2024. They went 6-3 in the Big Ten, and that was pretty frustrating. Biggest culprit was the passing game. I mean, finished dead last nationally among non-service academies at just 129 yards per game. And yet, despite those offensive woes, Michigan still found ways to grind out wins against Ohio State and against Alabama. They leaned on their defense, leaned on the run game. Now, Moore enters into year two with some pretty sky-high expectations and finally some new answers at quarterback. The biggest offseason story has got to be the 5-star freshman Bryce Underwood, top recruit in the country. Everybody says he looks like Cam Newton. He's expected to take over under center at some point this fall, probably to start off with. They brought in Mikey Keene from Fresno and, was it UCF before that? But he's been hurt all offseason. And, of course, Underwood's ceiling has got fans absolutely buzzing. To help him out, Michigan did add some key weapons through the portal. That includes running back Justice Haynes from Alabama and C.J. Hester from UMass. And they brought in Donovan McCulley, the wide receiver from Indiana. You got 3 starters back on the offensive line. That's led by the all-Big Ten guard El Hadi. But the rest of the rotation, it's going to rely on younger players and small school transfers. Offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey's job is pretty clear, and that's to get this unit from dreadful to functional and potentially explosive. It all depends on Underwood, really. I don't know that Lindsey's the guy that I would have gone with if you've been watching this show for any amount of time. I'm not the biggest Chip Lindsey fan. I think what he did at Troy was criminal, but, he was at Auburn before that, went to Troy, went to North Carolina. Now he's at Michigan. Okay. Defensively, Michigan's got to replace some big stars here, right? Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant up front. The line should still be a strength. Of course, they got Trey Williams that came in from Clemson, Damon Payne from Alabama, and then Rashawn Binney anchoring in the middle. Linebacker is the deepest position group on the team. Ernest Hausman, Jayshawn Barham, Derek Moore, and T.J. Guy. They form a pretty ferocious quartet here. The secondary is the biggest question mark. They lost 5 of their top 7 from last year. The safety Rod Moore does return alongside the Arkansas transfer T.J. Metcalf. Defensive coordinator Jesse Minter. Not Jesse Minter. What's the guy's name? I didn't write it down. I could have remembered it. Anyway, NFL guy. Long-term NFL guy. Certainly not Jesse Minter anymore. But they've got enough depth and some proven production to keep the unit among the Big Ten's best, right? Michigan needs steady quarterback play, rapid development from its offensive line, and continued dominance on defense. Schedule is manageable. They've got Oklahoma early. They've got USC and Washington in the middle. Of course, Ohio State at the end. If Underwood develops quick, this could be a playoff team again. If not, we're probably looking at about 9-3. The margin for error is pretty thin. The potential is certainly undeniable. Win total sits at 9.5. Odds are plus 140 to the over. That's an implied probability of 41.67%. The odds to win the Big Ten are plus 1,000, and that's a little over 9% to win the Big Ten. To make the college football playoff, it is plus 205. So you're looking at a little less than 33% to make the playoff. I don't know if I'm quite there yet, especially with the early season stuff. And I'm recording this on Thursday. There's a NCAA press conference about punishment for Michigan from all the sign stealing stuff. That's going to come out. Who knows what effect that could have, but I'm looking at this as if there is nothing. So key games, of course, not the season opener, but effectively week 2 at Oklahoma. Then you got a road trip to USC, Ohio State in week 13. It's a relatively, soft slate. There's only 2 opponents projected in the top 30. That means if the offense clicks early, Michigan's got a pretty clear path to the Big Ten title game. Personally, I don't think they get there. I am expecting a big season for the Wolverines. They're going to look better in the back half of the schedule after the freshman quarterback gets some more experience. I'm still worried about the lack of offensive weapons for Underwood, personally. If you look at the schedule, I should have had this pulled up before I started recording, but I've got them with a loss at Oklahoma. I've got them with a loss at Nebraska in week 4. Remember, Moore is not going to coach in that game. He's not coaching in week 3 against Central Michigan or week 4 at Nebraska. Then they've got a bye week in week 5 against Wisconsin in week 6. I think they win that. And then I think they lose at USC. But then I've got them winning out the rest of the way. Like all 3 losses coming before the midpoint of the season, I think they can beat Ohio State at home. Yes, I've got Ohio State favored there. I've got them favored by 5, about 5.5. But yeah, 9-3 seems like a pretty good season. It's kind of a bounce back after going 9-5 last year. But that was 7-5. No, not 9-5. Where'd they go? 9-4. 8-4. 8-5. Yeah, I'm getting there. So 9-3 in the regular season this year would be a fantastic season for Michigan. That's what I'm trying to say. Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter @GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.